Hey guys, what's going on? This is John, Gamester81.com, and if this background looks familiar to you, I'm with Jimmy, Lots of Games.
What's up, man?
How you doing, Jimmy?
Really good.
I'm actually here for work, and I call up Jimmy, a good friend of mine, and I definitely want to talk to him and kind of show off some of his games. Jimmy's got a great channel here on YouTube, Lots of Games, and he's also Lots of Games Review.
Yes, absolutely.
And so, awesome channel, awesome content. You've been on YouTube for a long time now, so when did you start your channel?
It's been almost 5 years. I started it basically, I had a few different collector editions, and I'm like, I want to unbox these, show people what's inside of it, and so it's been almost 5 years.
So, I mean, your specialty seems like it. I mean, obviously you have a lot of games. You're a modern gamer. You also you respect the retro stuff as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
And you love collecting the special edition packs, right?
Yeah, I've got an addiction. I love collector editions. It's kind of a sickness.
How many would you say you own?
For the 360 and PS3, it's around 30, 35
Awesome.
collector editions.
What are some of your favorite that stand out?
Well, the first one, actually, I owned the Oblivion. You guys can see this. The collector's edition for Oblivion I owned before I even owned my 360. I got it for a really good deal on eBay. This one's really cool because it comes with a coin, and it comes with a book that actually talks about Skyrim, you know, before, obviously, years before Skyrim was announced. It's got, like, basically a history book of all the different areas around Oblivion.
That came out when the game first came out? Oblivion?
Yes, it did.
Okay, cool.
So, yeah.
I love your area you live in. It looks like Skyrim. It's like, literally, it's really cool. You know?
It got some open space.
Beautiful yard, man. You have a beautiful space here. 40 acres, right?
Yeah.
Wow, awesome, awesome. So what other ones stand out to you?
I really, well, the Fallout 3 is pretty sweet. I love this one because it comes in, like, a lot of you guys are familiar with this, but it comes in like a lunchbox,
nice.
A Vault-Tec lunchbox. And, sorry, if you open it up, one of my favorite things, because this is actually in the game. If you guys play through Fallout 3, of course it has the game, has an art book, but it has the Pip-Boy, which is in Fallout 3. You find multiple ones that are available in the game, hidden.
Nice.
That's kind of cool. I like that collector's edition a lot just because it's in this snazzy lunchbox.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what is it about collector's editions that really interests you? And yeah.
Yeah, I just got a lot of money that I want to waste. So no, for whatever reason, if there's a game I'm really interested in, then I'm like all over it. And, you know, some are really expensive. Some of these collector's editions, and some of them that I'm like really not interested are the ones with like too much DLC. I could see like a couple of downloadable, whatever, maps. You know, that's interesting. But if the whole limited edition is just downloadable stuff, it's not really that special to me.
Yeah, yeah.
One cool thing that a few years ago that came out that I thought was pretty cool is Blaze Blue Calamity Trigger. This was a retail release. It has 2 soundtrack discs. It comes with some other stuff. There's not a whole lot to it, but this was sold, you know, games now, they're $60. This was $60, which was awesome. This is a great fighter. I like it when they do that. You know, they don't charge you an arm and a leg for a special edition, but you get some cool stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you were one of the fortunate guys who actually pre-ordered Borderlands 2, the loot edition.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it sold out actually in like 2 days. I did a video talking about it because I'm really excited for Borderlands 2, and this loot chest edition. It's for the States at least, it's $150, but it comes with this really sweet loot chest and a bunch of other content, and it sold out in like 2 days.
Crazy. And
I wasn't gonna run out and pre-order it, but people started leaving comments on that video I did saying, in my town it's sold out at my GameStop. I'm like, holy cow. So that day I went to the GameStop. I said, are you guys sold out? They said no. So I threw $25 down and good to go.
That's going to be awesome when you get that. And
yeah.
I'm assuming you're going to do an unboxing then.
I am. I'm hoping actually that we'll see how I feel, but at my GameStop there's going to be a midnight release.
Okay.
So I'm hoping to go down there and show how much of a geek I am.
Yeah.
So and unbox it that night, but we'll see how it turns out.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm assuming with collector editions, you don't get the trade-in as you would. For example, like Borderlands 2, people would probably turn in that more so than turning this. They wouldn't return the special edition, correct? I mean, for the most part, you don't really see used collector editions.
It's rare. Yeah. It's rare because oftentimes they have stuff missing.
Missing, right.
And a lot of people don't want to resell something that's missing. And so, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts about possibly going digital then? That might be get rid of collector editions.
That'd be kind of hard. I'd have a lot more money in the bank, so I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Right on. So what else? Looks like you have one of my favorite games here.
Yeah, this is a highly rated game. A lot of gamers love it. It's called Tony Hawk Ride. It scored very well. Now, I ended up getting this at the retailers for $5, and I paid too much. Now, what makes this game so horrible, the controls are really unresponsive, but what makes it so bad, it requires 6 AA batteries. A lot of things require a lot of batteries.
Right.
But this thing is, it looks like it turns off, but the next time you play it, say like you play it the next day, those batteries are drained.
Oh, really?
It doesn't really turn off. So if you do stumble upon that for a few bucks, and you have some rechargeable batteries, you're good to go. But such garbage. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Tony Hawk games that I like for the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. And they've actually gone back and released an HD remake of, I think, Tony Hawk 1 and Tony Hawk 2 that's available for Xbox Live and PlayStation Network.
Well, I think it's just a classic example of Activision taking a very strong franchise in Tony Hawk and just beating it to death.
Exactly.
And they did the same thing with Guitar Hero.
Exactly.
And hopefully not Call of Duty, but who knows?
Too much too soon.
Too much too soon,
I think they're releasing a new Tony Hawk game almost every year.
Yeah.
Maybe they took a break, but yeah, they beat that one.
Yeah. they rode it to the sunset there. That's too bad. But right on. So what else do you have planned for your channel?
I recently received Sleeping Dogs from Square Enix. Got it right here, and I've been playing through this one. It's a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying it.
Now recording this episode, this is like a week before.
Right.
It's coming out this Tuesday.
Yes, in the States, it has a retail date of August 14th. And in Europe, I'm not sure. I'd heard from someone that it might even be past that. But yeah, I got this one yesterday on August 7th.
Awesome. What do you think so far?
It's good. If you're a big fan of open world games like GTA, this one's set in Hong Kong, and it's got some legit actors, a long list of actors like Lucy Liu, and the combat's pretty decent. The combat and the melee kind of reminds me of like Batman Arkham City, where like tons of enemies around you and you have to kind of evade their punches, evade their kicks. But I'm a sucker for open world games, and this one's really good. You know what's interesting, and I'll talk about this in the review, but just kind of give you guys a small glimpse. I like the visuals at night. It looked good, but for whatever reason, during the day, it looks amazing. In certain parts of the towns or of the areas you're in, it almost reminded me of the visuals in Mirror's Edge, which is a first-person game. Some very interesting visuals. The visuals in this game are really good. And
Mirror's Edge is a good example of kind of an underrated game. I think kind of overlooked, right?
Absolutely.
Looking back onto the game is really a lot of fun. I enjoy Mirror's Edge, but I know the rating, it didn't do very well as far as sales go, right?
Exactly. You know, there occasionally, and the problem with that is there's some games for whatever reason that aren't established, a new intellectual property, like Bulletstorm, which Mirror's Edge, Bulletstorm, in my opinion, are great games, but for whatever reason, people are used to just shelling out their $60 for Call of Duty, and they don't, I guess, have a lot of time to try something new. And Mirror's Edge, Bulletstorm, there's another game that I'm totally blanking. There's a lot of games out there that are new and just don't sell that great.
And that's one of the reasons why you see a lot of sequels and today.
Exactly. It's more of a safer bet.
A safer bet.
Yeah. There's another example, Shadows of the Damned. It's a third-person shooter. I believe it sold around 20,000 copies its first week. It didn't sell very well, but it's a fantastic game.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time, Jimmy.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
have one more quick question for you.
Yes.
You seem to be an expert of as far as modern-day consoles. Of the three, what's your favorite and why?
Oh my gosh.
That's a tough question.
Okay. Gee, my favorite games?
Or just favorite system.
Oh, favorite console?
Yeah, favorite console.
Current console?
Current console. I see of all these games, you have 4 Wii games, so I'm assuming the Wii is probably your favorite.
The Wii is my favorite console of all time. I'm a big fan of the shovelware. You know what? I get asked all the time, what do I prefer, PS3 or Xbox 360? I love my Xbox 360. I do. My problem is if you have a PS3 and a 360, I think it's lame that you have to pay for online gaming.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I love my 360. I do like the fact for the PlayStation 3 that it's free online, and
a lot of people argue that the PS3 doesn't have as good of support online though.
That's true.
Has, so.
I mean, you do pay a premium for Xbox Live. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I wish you didn't ask me that question. I was gonna. You know what?
No, it's good. I mean, I'm kind of with you. I think of the three, I'm more leaning towards. It depends on what kind of game you're into, I guess,
Exactly.
right? So if you're into like, I think the PS3 has better exclusives. That's I agree with that. PS3 has Uncharted is awesome. God of War. I mean,
absolutely.
God of War 3 was one of my favorite games for the system.
Yeah.
So I think it just depends. You know, this past E3, I was really disappointed with Microsoft and the lack of exclusive content that they were providing.
Yeah, I thought they did a poor job.
Yeah, but I think Sony is definitely got some better exclusive. But as far as controller goes, I prefer the 360 controller.
Actually, I do too, for whatever reason.
Yeah, and I think the online community is better on the 360 than PS3. You know.
Yeah, most people. I think you're going to encounter a lot more people with mics and things like that.
I guess it's hard to answer because there's pros and cons for both.
Exactly.
It just kind of depends, I guess, on what
it varies from month to month, to be honest.
If you like the shovelware, then the Wii is no. Exactly. There's a lot of good games on the Wii. We don't definitely not.
No, there is. The Wii's great. They've got some amazing games. The Mario Galaxy games. Yeah. I was telling you earlier, Sin and Punishment. That is an underrated game, but it is phenomenal. You know, you've got Punch Out and Kirby and Donkey Kong is phenomenal. I love the Donkey Kong Country games for the SNES. Yeah. They did a phenomenal job on the Wii version. It's great.
Cool. Well, I appreciate your time, Jimmy. Is there anything else you want to plug or add to it?
Oh, no, that's it. Just thanks for watching, guys, and I just wish you can continue success.
I will put a link to his channels below. I really highly encourage you guys. Check him out, watch him, subscribe, comment. Really one of the nicest guys in the YouTube community you'll ever meet. Thanks, Jimmy.
Thanks, Sean.
All right.
See you guys.